Hey, it's Dr. McLean with Vital Energy Chiropractic, and this past week I got the opportunity to spend with my family in Hilton Head, South Carolina. A really cool area. It's kind of a resort type of area, travel destination if you've never been there before, right on the ocean. Really amazing. And over the years I've had the opportunity to spend a lot of time in oceans and beaches and things like that, but this is the first time that we actually rented a house, an Airbnb, literally right on the ocean. So I spent a lot more time close to the ocean. And I'd known about tides and how the tide, high tide and low tide, but I'd never experienced up close like that before. And it was amazing how much, you go out certain times, you'd have to go way further out to get to the ocean, or times with the high tide where the water is much closer and the waves are much bigger. You could hear the waves from the house at high tide, but you really couldn't hear them when it was low tide. It was really pretty amazing. One day we went on a kayak trip, and they have these, if you've ever been to places like this, they have the homes there in the areas have docks that are like 100 yards long, because the guy explained, well, if there's low tide and you've got a boat, your boat's got to still be way out there. It's got to be in the water. And when we left on this kayak trip, I think it was a 2-hour trip, we left, and when we left the dock, the shore area, it was all muddy and there was hardly any water. And then we were gone for a couple hours and came back, the water had moved up dramatically. It was a totally different environment walking in. And the reason I bring this up, it just blows me away. If you've ever studied how these things are all connected, I think it was Stephen Hawking said that our universe, our planets, the sun, the stars, is massively complex, but it operates on really simple systems. And it's the same thing for our human body. So we have certain ingredients that we need for our bodies to function normally. For example, exercise. Exercise is not just about losing weight. We need to get our heart rate up, we need to get our oxygen levels up, we need to physically move our body. That's a necessary ingredient for us to remain healthy. Now, if we don't do those things on a regular basis, we could gain weight, we could end up with high blood pressure, our stress levels go higher. So those are symptoms, things like anxiety and depression can show up as a result. Now, the challenge is that we've all been trained, and I would say it's not your fault, but we've been trained by Western medicine, by the pharmaceutical company, whether it was intentionally or unintentional, but we've been trained by them with all the commercials and education over the years that you develop these symptoms, it's a problem, something's wrong, and you need to treat the symptom with a medication or a surgery or therapy, rather than saying what might be a necessary ingredient that I'm missing in my life, like exercise. Relationships, relationships are really important to our health. Having some tools to adapt to our stress levels. We don't want to have zero stress, because stress helps keep us going and achieve goals and things like that, but we want to have tools to be able to adapt to that stress. So understand that symptoms and disease show up in the absence of health, right? They're not the cause of the problems, they are the end result. And this is why I love chiropractic. When our goal is not to fix your symptom, even though I want you to feel great, is to get to the cause of the problem. When I first started getting chiropractic care, I had chronic neck pain. I also had chronic ear infections and a sore throat, and I had a rash, and I had gut problems, and all these autoimmune problems. And as I started to get adjusted, those things that I've been working on for years went away magically. Now, my chronic neck pain did not go away. And if I would have focused only on that and I just said, oh, chiropractic's not working, I would have quit, I would have lost out on all those benefits. Now, eventually my chronic neck pain went away, but I think it was just not a high enough priority for my body to focus on. It had other more important priorities to heal. I don't know exactly why, but I can tell you that that pain didn't go away for years, but all these other things went away very quickly. It just took longer for those things to go away. So I want to encourage you, if you're having a health challenge and things are not moving as fast as you would expect, keep at it, and just know your body's got this massive wisdom to heal, and it can heal anything. I'm not saying there can't be some permanent things or some permanent damage, but you can almost always improve those things. Even if they can't totally heal, they can improve. So stick with your adjustments, stick with your rehab. Even if it feels like it doesn't make a difference in the beginning, stick with your exercise, stick with healthy nutrition. Even if you feel like you're not losing the weight that you want to lose in the beginning, keep doing the things that are going to help perpetuate health. And if you have any questions on this, please let me know.